one for myself. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the VectorVest mobile app coaching. My name is Glenn Tompkins, Senior Stock Market Strategist for VectorVest. Glad to be here. Glad to have you here. If you can hear me loud and clear, let me know in the chat, preferably with VV Nation, to let me know that I am coming across loud and clear. Man, it's a Friday, and you ain't got to go to work tomorrow. What movie is that from? You ain't got nothing to do. You ain't got to go to work tomorrow.
Friday.
Why did you say it? I didn't want you to say it. I wanted them to say
You
it.
were asking me.
No, I wasn't asking you. I was asking them. Oh my goodness. All right. Only Badger is here. Oh, there's Lee. Hi, Lee. How you doing? Glad that you all here. Not a beautiful day in the market today at all. Inflation ticked up a little bit. Consumers sentiment is down. What else? The inflation. Oh, the tariffs. Tariffs is the big news. Tariffs are taking over the news again. They are the headline story. The Fed's new word has now changed from transitory to uncertainty. And we all know that markets don't like uncertainty, right? And I think put all of that together, the market is feeling the effects. Make sure you watch tonight's 6 p.m. video. My main goal in the video tonight is all about understanding where we are in the market and what things you need to look for. You know, where should your money be? A lot of people out there are wondering where they should be putting their money. Dakar says, I work on weekends. Well, okay. Well, I'm sorry for you. I don't have to work on weekends. Joey works on weekends sometimes. Bleeding long. So, you know, this is a big question for me is if you're still in positions long, what is the rationale? I want to know, what is the rationale behind why you're still holding long positions? Now, there's going to be a couple of different reasons, and some of them I agree with, some of them I don't agree with. But type them in the room. What is your current rationale? Did I set an alert? I just realized, Joey, I did not set an alert.
You're just sitting over there yapping.
Yeah, I'm just sitting over here yapping. I'm looking at the people.
Talking about your Harris Teeter food.
I am going to get Harris Teeter when I leave. I'm going to go there.
I'll set one for you.
Thank you, Joseph, because you are my friend. Joey is my best friend. Joey is the one that keeps me grounded. Believe it or not, he does keep me grounded a lot. And he picks up for all of my mistakes, which is not very many mistakes at all, but he picks up for my mistakes. I'm looking at the amount of people in here. I'm like, I didn't set an alert. But thankfully I got Joey. It's increasing in worth, says Marvin. Long only, SLV, TSLL. What else? With an advisor. Skyper, you have your money with an advisor. How many of you, man, that's another great question. How many of you use someone else to invest your money? Type a 1 in the room. How many of you use somebody else to invest your money? All right? Type a 1 in the room. How many of you only direct your own money? Type a 2 in the room. How many of you, you're the only one that invests your money? Type a 2 in the room. Very curious to know about that. Because I have a 401k at VectorVest, I do have a portion of my portfolio that is managed by mutual funds, but then I also have X amount of money that is self-directed. The interesting thing about that is that I outperform my mutual fund side. All right, because I have, and good question, that's a good answer, Marvin, both. All right, so I am of the mindset, I have no control over my 401k to a certain degree, but then I do. So I'm in the same situation as both. Now, I've got other portfolios that I manage that are all just me. I am not of the mindset if I had anything to do with it at all, if I didn't have to have my money in the mutual funds in my 401k, I would not have it. Only trade $30,000, says Skyper. Okay, I got you. No way, done that and they lost money for me, says Diana. I hear you. If I had my choice, if I could fully have my 401k self-directed, I would. I believe NVIDIA is the best AI company, and AI is going possibly big as internet. I think NVIDIA is still a powerhouse stock. You just got to know when to be in it and when to be out of it, because there is a such thing of being in a good stock at a bad time. Marvin said the alert hit. All right, so Joey did what he needed to do. Playing with the house's money, says Bill. In my opinion, bigger than the internet by far. I think that AI is gonna, I get nervous about AI going in the direction it is only because of the movie Terminator. Only because of the movie Terminator, it makes me a little leery. But I think it's going to make life easier for everybody. It's going to give us an opportunity to hit milestones in a lot of different things a lot faster time. So I'm looking at, overall long term, I like AI, and AI is going to build its way right into quantum. So that's what I look at in regards to the whole AI space. I think it's still in its infancy to a certain degree, but it's growing by leaps and bounds. So, at some point in time, quantum will as well. If I lose money, I want to have only myself to blame. Tom, that's not a bad thing to say as well. Hello, Uncle Glenn. What do you think we need to do now? I can't take this market anymore. I'm hearing out today, no matter. Getting out today, no matter what happens next week. So, watch tonight's video, Amir. The 6 p.m. video. I had an idea of a video. I had already recorded it. I looked at today's market today, and Joey gave me the opportunity to redo the video. So I'm excited about tonight's video. I really, really am. I'm excited about tonight's video. Make sure you tune in, because a lot of people are asking the same question, Amir. What do I need to do? What do I need to do? All right, so make sure you watch tonight's 6 p.m. video. As we look at the homepage of the mobile app, as you know, there's nothing I do on desktop. It's all on my iPad, all right, or the company's iPad. It ain't mine. My iPad's in my bag. But everything is done on the mobile app, because that's what this is all about. So not using the desktop in any way, shape, form, or fashion. So as I open up the mobile app, I see the market's getting killed. So Amir is right there. Tonight is late. Please give me your opinion now. I can't wait. All right, so we're going to talk about that. Jersey guy says buy defense stocks with dividends, but don't buy all at once, but in 3 allotments. We need information now, but you're going to get the information. Market's not playing today. What's going on? So, wow. Olan, I'm going to call you Olan. Olan Rewaju. Ooh, Olanre Raju. Hopefully I said that right, but if not, I'm going to use it short. I'm going to go with Olan. What's going on? So I already started talking about that. Interest rates, no, sorry, inflation jumped up a little bit. Tariffs are getting hot and heavy. Consumer sentiment is falling. All 3 of those things put together is what's affecting the market today. All right. Sure you did. So I guess I said Olan Rewaju. I like that name. That's different. I even defense. So hold on, Amir. Shh. Amir, I need you to just sit still for a second. I got you. I just need you to sit still for a second. Jeff asks, what are your thoughts on oil? One of the more important things that we have on the mobile app that everyone in this room should have if you're using the mobile app is watchlist. The power of watchlists in the mobile app is going to be your lifeline onto what to do. All right, just think about that. Now, let's start off by looking at what's going on in the market. The Dow is down over 1%. The NASDAQ is getting killed, down over 2%. The S&P is down 1.5%, and the VVC is down 1.3. That's right at the top. As you open up the app, this is it. Glenn, you showed a non-leveraged search for ETFs during the live feed yesterday, but I'm not seeing the search in VectorVest. That's because I created that search. Watch tonight's video, Vic. You want to see the non-leveraged contra ETFs? And I'm going to show you where you can find it. And everybody can find it that's not in a search. I created that search for YouTube, but for everybody who wants to find out where the non-leveraged contra ETFs are, watch tonight's video. I break that down. All right. There's 2 places where I think you should be looking at right now. It's going to be contras and it's going to be mining. All right. So with that being said, watch tonight's video. please do, because I think that it's going to put people in the right frame of mind without being uh, taken back and forth, back and forth. Take your heads off the swivel. I need everybody in this room to take your heads off the swivel. All right? Concentrate on what you need to do to make money. And you know something, when I look at our YouTube channel compared to a lot of YouTube channels out there, people out there in YouTube land are still telling you, hey, this is the next stock that's going to 10 bag. Hey, this is the next stock that right now you need to get into. I need to give you an unbiased assessment of what's going on in the market. And from that assessment, tonight's video is going to put you in the right place to make money. Bitcoin, I'm not feeling Bitcoin. I'm still not feeling Bitcoin yet, but we'll take a look at that. Can't use mobile app and laptop together. Major loss for users. Why, Conrad? You need just one or the other. All right. And as I look at this, remember, right now I'm just on the mobile app. And then if I need to add stuff or that kind of thing, or access into the desktop, I do that. But right now, the whole session, I'm just in the mobile app showing you the power behind it. So would it be nice to be able to use them both together, Conrad? I'm going to say yes, it would be nice. But is it a real hindrance? And my answer to that is no, I don't really think that it's a hindrance. Concentrate on one or the other. That's my 2 cents. That is my 2 cents. Thoughts on the LOI, Glenn? When we get an opportunity to look at stocks, we will. Remember, for every 10 likes we get, you guys get a stock. All right? You guys want me to look at stocks? You got to get the likes up. All right? For every 10 likes we get, you get a stock. So guess what? We get 100 likes, you get 10 stocks. But then for those of you who are VectorVest subscribers, today we've got the power hour for all of you guys at 2 p.m. today. Make sure that you jump up and do that. Okay? All right. So I'm going to address the question about, where you should be. Right here from the mobile app, I'm going to go over to the left and click on My Watch List. I've created watch lists, Conrad, and this is where the desktop comes in at one point, and then it can translate over to the mobile app. I've created a lot of different watch lists on the desktop that I can see in the mobile app. All right. So with that being said, look at this. I've got lots of watch lists, aerospace and defense. And the beautiful thing about looking at these these watch lists in the mobile app is look to the right. I can see which watch lists have an RT above 1. Hi, Virginia. Have a RT above 1. Those are the watch lists that I pay attention to. Does that make sense to everybody in the room? And that's why it's so important that you build watch lists within the mobile app. Remember, you're not tied to your computer. You're out and about. Conrad may be looking at the mobile app while he's doing stuff throughout the day. That's why building watch lists in the VectorVest 7 that can move over and will be seen in the mobile app is so, so important. So I wanted to put those watch lists at the top of the list. You notice the designation, all of these have 00 at the top. So when I open up my watch list, I got easy access to those watch lists. All right. I bought the best bottom fishing. Now I'm getting killed. Well, let me do something real quick. Talking about bottom fishing, let's go back to market overview. Let's look at a VectorVest composite. So I'm back at the home page. There's the VVC down 1.35. So Amir, there we go. Put this on a 3-month graph. What do you see going on from the bottom fishing? Good afternoon, Mike. What do you see going on from a bottom fishing perspective? Right here was the bottom. We got the 2 days of confirmation. We went up. If I could draw a trend line here, we were in the uptrend until we weren't. See that line right there? We broke down through a bullish trend line. What else did we get? Follow through. What else did we get? Today, a bigger down day. So, the big thing is whether you're bottom fishing, whether you're in a market that's moving up, a market that's moving down, looking at the VectorVest composite, especially while you're on the mobile app and trying to get a feel of what's going on, is so, so important. I asked the question, if you're still holding stocks long, what is your rationale behind doing so? I'm watching the market fall. We're 4 days off of this level of resistance. Watching the VVC just go on and just starting to go down. You should have been putting yourself in a good situation to start tightening stops. And again, I can talk about it now, but between Ryan and I, if you watch the channel, we've been letting you know, start looking at what's going on in the market. All right. Ryan did a great video last night talk about broken trend lines. How many of you watched it? Type of one. You know, a main thing that happens from a lot of the questions that you ask, all right, from a lot of the questions that you ask, we already talk about on the channel. And for those of you who are not subscribers to the VectorVest YouTube page, you need to consider doing that. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon, you'll be alerted. Ryan and I think we do one of the best jobs on YouTube helping our subscribers make money in the market. We blot out all of the stuff that everybody is talking about. We blot out all of the news that could sway your thinking, and we make you concentrate on looking at something like the VectorVest composite, tracking what it's doing, because this is the movement of the market. This is the movement of over 9,000 stocks in one ticker symbol to help you to make the right decisions at the right time. We are pulling off that level of resistance. We broke through this level of support. We're still going down. How far could we possibly go? We could challenge the most recent low or bottom in the market based upon all the news that's going on. But I'm not trading the market based on the news. I'm trusting in the chart. I'm trading the chart and not my heart. All right? Because there is no reason Marley should be down this year. There's no reason why what shouldn't be down this year. The markets are the markets. We got no control on what we think. We got control of what we think, but what we think is not going to affect the market, Amir. As much as I love NVIDIA, I love Palantir, I love DFEN, I'm not going to blindly just buy into them because I like them. I'm going to trade the charts. Where does trade the chart start from? The market timing perspective. I've got to make sure that when I'm buying into a market that's going higher, like we did from this bottom. As we got to this bottom, we started pulling up, I was buying into a rising market. But now we get to that level of resistance, the market starts to pull back. I'm being protective of my stocks that I've got. I sold all my holdings today, anticipating clearer information on tariff and interest rate cuts. No, and Akshaya, I'm not going 4 years. This is going to work its way out. Whether it's months, I don't give it years. I don't give it years. All right, how many of you think that all of this that we're going through right now will work itself out in the next few months? Type of one. How many of you think that all of this stuff that we're going through right now will work itself out in the next few months? Whether it's bullish or bearish. Type of one, if you agree with that. Type of two, if you disagree. It's going to work itself out. Markets don't go down forever. Markets don't go up forever. I think, there you go. You think 12 months, David says. I don't think it's going to be a year. I don't think it's going to be a year. The market, if the futures were correct this morning, the market should come up this afternoon. We'll see. Let's go put this on a one-day graph. And right now, I'm looking at 1 minute bars. Who said that? Jerry, I'm looking at 1 minute bars. We still got a lot of trading day left. Don't get me wrong. We still got a lot of trading days left. But this is a big hit in the market. I don't know if the market's got the wherewithal to really rebound going into the close today. I think with the news that's out there affecting the market adversely, I'm trading the chart. That's today, intraday 1 minute bars. That's a 1 month graph. That's a 3 month graph. That's a 6 month graph. You know, I'm wondering if we challenge this level of a bottom. I don't know. I'm worried about stability in the world, and the whole world hates us now. I don't think the whole world hates us now. All right. So anyway, want to worry about stability? You want to worry about where to put your money? This is where the power of the watch list comes. We're going to spend the majority of the time today looking at the power of the watch list because this is where the action is. Let's go see aerospace and defense manufacturers. got an RT of 1.05. Let's go take a look. I'm going to sort this list by percentage price change, see what stocks are moving up the fastest. Coda is up 1.46%. It's interesting that that is the fastest moving stock in the list. Wow. Defense, I still like as a whole, but if I'm looking at it today, I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it today. Only one stock is moving up, and it's a sell rated. It's a sell rated stock. But let's look at Lockheed Martin. Trade the chart. Put this on a 3-month graph. I like defense, but is this the right time to be in Lockheed Martin? What am I looking for? I'm looking to get past that level of resistance, that level of resistance, that level of resistance. MACD is negative. I may like the space, but the chart is telling me a different story. Northrop Grumman, on the other hand, is moving up. If I could draw a trend line from this low to where we are right now and we broke through a level of resistance, I like Northrop Grumman better than I like Lockheed. So if you're looking in the space, you say, I like the defense space, Northrop Grumman may be the better way to go. But notice it's got a down day today, challenging that level of former resistance as a level of support. Let's go to General Dynamics. I like coming off of this low, moving higher, stopping right at a level of resistance until it gets above that. If I'm not already in it, I'm not taking it now. Doge is coming to the Defense Department. And I've given my opinion on what's going on with Doge. I'm not going to give my opinion anymore. But you know something? We got something coming to Charlotte in May. You want to get an opportunity to meet us. We got more coming in about that. But that's going to be a great opportunity to hopefully meet Ryan and I. And some of these kinds of questions that I don't want to use this platform to talk about may be a great opportunity to dig into the minds of both Ryan and I. So we're going to talk a little bit more about it as we get more solidified in all of the goings on for that event. It's going to be right here in Charlotte. So we are putting that out. If you would like an opportunity to meet Ryan and I live, this is an opportunity for you. It's going to be held here in Charlotte. So I'm putting that out there. Are you going to come to Canada, the 51st state? I don't know. If this goes well, there may be a lot more places that we will go. But we got to see. This is the workout to see if you guys are really digging this. So this is a stepping off stone for something that could turn into something bigger down the line, either later this year or next year. But it is going to be an event where Ryan and I will be live, and we're inviting you guys to come out. You need to support it. If you really want to get an opportunity to see us come to other different places, you got to support the Charlotte goings on. All right, so we'll talk about it. Very close. I'll definitely try to make it. Way to go. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for. We're going to be in Charlotte. I loved your LA seminar. And you know, if this works here in Charlotte, we may go other places like LA. All right, so I'm putting that out there. All right, so let's go keep looking through the list. Airbus in a channel. How can I come? I can't afford the airline ticket. You didn't come to California. We did come to California, Amir. Didn't you just see Sing 5 New just said we came to LA? We came to California. Sigh. NGAD 6th generation fighter contract just announced by Trump. I thought that was going to be the F-47. I thought that was going to be the F-47. You cannot find the aerospace watch list on VectorVest. Eric, that watch list I created. And that's what I said. The power of the watch lists that you create are designed for you to do exactly what I'm doing. I'm showing you the power of creating watch lists that you can look at in the mobile app. Does that make sense, Eric? That's what I meant. All right. REYCY, I do, a Rolls Royce, I do like. Look at that, coming back off of that level of resistance, down day today to 3 to 8, and it's below the 3 to 8 and the 20. As much as I like Rolls Royce, I'm trading the chart, not the right time to be in it. All right, Embraer is getting beat up too. So let's go down the list some more, see what other industries are moving. There's one industry that I want you to see right away. One point, there's bullish ETFs, China stocks, 1.42%. They're on the rise. Big mover in that is going to be Boyd. All right, but look at even my China stocks are down today. Look at that. RT is above 1, but I don't know if I like any of the stocks. Okay, good. Let's back out. Let's find the next one. Wow, a lot of my watch lists are below 1. That makes sense. Defense, 1.09. Let's go see which ones are moving up today. Boom. Wow, not a lot. But now remember, you go through the charts to see which stocks are moving. They may not be moving today, but are they in uptrends? Nope, I'm not feeling lucky. But I do like Northrop Grumman. General Dynamics, I like. Look at that. Would I buy today given the market's conditions? Probably not. But at least I can see that the stocks in that industry are moving. Go to the next one. TDG, not so much. RTX, not so much. Eldos, no. ESLT, wow. ESLT, look at that. That is a 1-year graph. Put that on a 3-month graph. Was that a 1-year graph? Wow. That was a shorter graph. There we go. Let's put this on the 3-month graph. Do I like this? Whew, coming off of that level of a high down to where it is, tight channel, maybe not. ESLT we did look at. Honeywell, channel, no. So I like the industry, but wow. Am I finding any stocks? Am I finding, and now is the desire to want to buy the defense stock well-founded? I'm looking at the stocks in the space. I'm not feeling them just quite yet. I saw one that I liked was Northrop Grumman, right? All right, let's go see what other industries are running. Look at all, and this is really cool that I can look very quickly and only concentrate from a watch list perspective what watch lists are in an uptrend. There it is. Whoop, there it is, right there, gold. Look at all that green. Look at all that green. Market's going down. People are getting fearful, and they're going to go to where they feel more comfortable. Gold is on the rock. Gold is on the rise. Look at that. Harmony. Put this on a 3-month graph. Woo! New high. 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 Can I keep doing that? Joey, do you want me to keep doing that? He probably said no. But no, so notice that some of them are getting hit, but look at these graphs. One day doesn't make a trend. One day doesn't make a trend. Trading the charts, folks. A lot of these are giving some back today. Does that mean panic? Nope. Let the chart come to you. Let the stock come to you. You don't panic. A lot of these are down days today, a lot of them. But I'm not panicking on it. Gold can't die. It's immortal. It ain't immortal. It ain't immortal. Seems like cash is the safest place to be in this weekend. I'm okay with that, John. I'm okay with that. Let's go find another list. I want to look at where is it? Do I not have one for contra ETFs? I may not. Gold stocks. That would be silly for me not to have one of those. Retail, semis, solar. And again, all of these watch lists that you see, I made. All of these watch lists that you see, I've made. There it is. Contra ETFs. RT at 1.18. Look at that. Let's go look at Contras. 3-month graph. Nice move today on a big down day. Coming off of 2 levels of support, approaching another level of resistance. MACD is not positive yet, but getting there. Same thing with FANG-D. Look at that. Right, stopping today right at that level of resistance, but look at that nice open day today. All right. Wow. Webs breaking through resistance. MACD still negative. LABD broke through resistance. Positive MACD. Ta-da! There you go. You want some Fisher Mere? Given what the market's conditions are right now, I'm pointing you in the direction right there. When gold goes up, investors have lost confidence in the economy. That reflects on what's going on in our world these days. Gold is a safe haven. Gold has always been a safe haven. Not only that, gold normally moves when the dollar goes down. There's a direct correlation there too. Dollar goes down, gold goes up. Market goes down, people move and start to get into gold. It is a safe haven. But I'm looking at these country ETFs, big moves up today. What I'd really like, if you're going to get into any of these, wait for the MACD to go positive. All right. Some of them are getting there. One day doesn't make a trend. Big down day, these are going to run. Big down day, these are going to run. Am I in any gold? Yes, I am. I'm in Orla. I'm in ASM. I think those are the two main ones that I'm in. Let me see. I closed out all my stuff. Actually, let me go to my phone. I am in gold, though. All right. I am in gold. Let's go to open up my Charles Schwab account. I'm going to help you out right now because great question. You know me, I will always try to be very transparent about the stocks that I own, right? I own Orla. I think, no, it's just Orla. I only own 3 stocks right now. Lloyd's Banking, LYG. I own Orla, and I own Palantir. All right? Orla. Ooh, stop. Gosh dang it, cancel. Those are the only 3 stocks that I own right now. Orla, Palantir, and Lloyd's. All right. Sorry. So there you go, Mike. I'm in one. I'm in a different portfolio. I still am in ASM. All right. Market went down when Trump attacked the Justice Department. This is scary. Hey, Amir, now I'm finna yell a little bit. What did I just tell you about the news? Are you listening? You're going to put all your trust and bring up fear based on the news, or you're going to concentrate on the ability to make money? And what I'm trying to walk you through is to take the news is the news. People are going to look. I don't want your head on a swivel. Does everybody agree with that? Yes or no? I mean, because if not, we can keep talking about the news and we can be fearful. But Amir, the news is the news. What I'm walking you through right here is where to be and why, and to trade the chart and leave all of that news alone. But Amir, if you're going to keep going down that path, you're going to keep being in the same situation that you're in. And I don't want that to happen. Because you can go to another YouTube channel where they can feed into that for you. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. All right, so it's part of the overall equation. You're right. But when I got a tool like VectorVest that allows me to see what's gone on from the bottom, when we had the low, we had the bottom, we had the confirmation, we're moving up. We got to a level of resistance. News affected the market adversely, but I can make a real discernment about what to do. Don't I think it's scary? That's another whole thing in and of itself. Things can be scary. But even if they are scary, all I can do is worry about what I can do. I can't worry about the stuff that I don't have control over. All I really want you to do is be able to concentrate that no matter what the market is doing, that you've got an opportunity to make money. Do you have concern over what's going on in the world and life and that? Deal with that. We all have to deal with it in our own ways, right? But when you're on a YouTube channel that's talking about stocks, I do not want to go down the path of fear, of being scared, of all that stuff. I want you to concentrate on the ability to make money. Is the market oversold? I'm going to say no. Let's go back to the market overview. Why am I going to say no? What indicators do I have in the VectorVest software that tells me if the market is oversold? Type it in the room. What indicators do I have in the VectorVest software that tells me when the market is oversold? Type it in the room. Type it in the room. You guys should know it. All right? You guys should know it. DTI 1.99, that has to be the button. Akshaya, why do you try to prognosticate everything? Why do you try to prognosticate everything? Guess what, Akshaya? You ain't got control over that either. When the buy to sell ratio gets to a value of 0.20, the market is looking for a bottom. The market is oversold. When the MTI gets to the value of 0.60, the market is looking for a bottom. The market's oversold. Are we there? Now, Akshaya, am I going to say that we're not close? We are. We are. But I'm not ready to call it yet. I'm not ready to call that we're at a bottom yet. It doesn't make sense. Not yet. Let's go back to the graph. VectorVest composite. Where's the low? Low is here. That's the bottom. We're not at those levels yet, Akshaya, and I'm not going to start talking about it until I can see us truly approaching those levels. Are we close? Possibly. Am I ready to call this a bottom? Not yet. All right. Niall says, but there's a great difference between reading company-related news and everything else. Also true. Big money controls everything. When they want it, it goes up. I'm not gonna co-sign that. There's some truth in that, but not all of it is true. I'm not fully on board with all of that. All right. So we saw that gold is still on the rise. I think that's not a bad place to be. We start to see that contra ETFs are rising. I don't think that's a bad place to be, but I don't think that we should back up the truck and get into contra ETFs. Watch tonight's video. And I'm not on board that we're at a bottom yet. We could be getting close, but until those indicators show me that the market is at a level of being oversold, then I'll be concerned about the market being oversold. But nonetheless, we already looked at the VectorVest composite, down 4 days in a row, big move today because of news. But prior to the news hitting the market where it is right now, Ryan and I already started talking about the market pulling back from a level of resistance. Ryan and I already started talking about on AMA to be defensive in your stocks. And then I always ask this question, were you blindsided by this move? And I get shocked by the answers of a lot of the people that said yes. How are you blindsided? What did you not see in the commentary that Ryan and I both give? I don't know. And if you still were blindsided, I need to know what we need to do better to keep you from being blindsided. Because I don't know. I don't know what else to do except for you got the VVC, trade the chart. You start seeing the VectorVest composite pull back or retrace from a level of resistance. What do? Start tightening stops. What more can we do? I don't know. 2 p.m. Eastern, you're after the show out. Yeah, 2 p.m. Eastern, the VectorVest subscribers will be able to see the power hour for them. This market is crazy that you can't even short because come up too fast. You know why that is, Amir? Volatility. Volatility is big time in the market due to uncertainty. All right. That's why tonight's video is important about the different levels of contra ETFs. All right. And what to do with the gold stocks. With that being said, I talked a lot today. I think, how many likes did we get? 66? Sigh. Again, you guys don't realize for every 10 stocks, for every 10 likes, you get a stock. You trying to tell me all you want is 6 stocks? Is that what you're saying? If that's what you want, I'm okay with that. If that's what you want, then I'm okay with that. Let's go. Watch lists. We're still at the watch list. I want to go and create a watch list. There we go. All right, 7 stocks. I'm going to give you up to 10 stocks. Can we see ETF holdings in the app? No. You can't see what's being held as far as the ETFs. UVXY, KKR, BBAI, RIV. I got a story to say about Rivian and Tesla. RIVN. All right, Dash, IAG, a good gold play. Please hit like everyone for going. WIMI, that's a quantum play. GDXD, Fix, QNTM. That's the ETF? No, that's a biopharma. Okay, there's your 10 stocks. Okay, there you go. You're supposed to have only gotten about 8 stocks. We got 80 likes, but I gave you 10 stocks nonetheless. I'm going to create this watch list. What's today's date? 3/28/25. Customer picks. All right. It's your call. It's your call. I put it out there. I don't recall the time frame when the BSR hit that record low, but sounds about right. It was way back during COVID. It was either COVID or the housing crisis. The buy to sell ratio hit record low. Okay. So here's all the stocks that we have. Let's go start listed by VST. The top stock in here by VST is the gold plate, IAG. Down today, though. Would I buy today? No. Do I like the stock overall? Yes. But I personally never buy a stock on a down day. I want to start off on the right foot buying the stock on while the stock's moving up. How about UVXY, a Contra, up 9.4% today. Nice move on the stock. What else got a nice move? GDXD. Nicely moving up today. Remember I said I had a story about Rivian? So my original video today that I was going to make was about buying domestic stocks, companies that do more of their production in the United States as compared to the products that are going to be taxed by way of the tariffs. It just didn't work out right. So I re-recorded and made the video today based upon the news. We got interest, you got inflation, we got the Fed, we got a whole bunch of things. And it's going to answer the question of what now? Because there's a lot of people, as I look at Amir, there's a lot of people out there that are asking what now? You know what else? I'm going to add another stock to this. Add stocks. I'm going to add Tesla. Now, the reason why I call this a story, all right, because I saw on Twitter, out of the car companies, which car companies were 100% produced in the United States, all right? Anybody want to tell me two car companies that are 100% produced in the United States? Anybody want to take a guess on that? SLNO moved up nicely yesterday on big news. I talked about it in Trending Thursday. Tesla is one of them. Where's the other one? Rivian. There you go. Those are the two companies that produce cars 100% in the U.S. So, with that being said, with the tariffs that are going on, without trying to get political, with the tariffs that are going on, you would think that the companies who produce the majority of their stuff domestically would benefit from the tariffs. Would you agree with that? Yes or no? That the companies that do the majority of their production, I'll say majority rather than 100%, but do the majority of their investing in the United States should benefit from the tariffs, yes or no? All right, with that, yeah, Niall says Tesla using Chinese components, but the cars, will those components be taxed? Most likely, especially if it's coming from China. But the production, the homegrown domestic production, is what the video was going to be about. Do you know another company that sources their products from the U.S. that a lot of people don't realize? Walmart. Did you know that Walmart sources 2/3 of their products out of the United States? Did you know that? Yes or no? All right. Did you know that? All right. Yes, but where do they get their metal? Ooh, that's another stock that was on my list. You know who's going to benefit from the metals? Nucor. All right, Nucor has got their stuff here. You want their metal, you want the iron, you want the steel? Then it causes us to go buy from Nucor. All right, it causes us to go buy from Nucor. Yes, but I am a GMC man no matter who makes them. Do you know GMC produces It was like 58, 58% of their production is in the United States. All right. So it was kind of interesting, the story about wanting to look at the domestic stocks, but it just didn't pan out right. It just didn't pan out right. But I think it's a good idea that the companies that produce here in the United States are going to be the beneficiary of the tariffs. But I think that's by design, right? The idea is to get people to buy more American companies. Now, on top of that, part of that story was the influx of investment back into the United States by a lot of different countries. Now, with that being said, a lot of it is just talk. We're going to do this. We're going to put 400 billion, 600 billion, 1 trillion in investment in the United States. The whole idea is to do that so that they don't get tariffed. I think that's a great idea. But the problem is it's going to take a lot of years for these factories to be made and to produce all of these jobs. So the idea of claiming that they're going to bring the money into it and seeing it happen is two different things. That's all part of the domestic story. All right, so production today is so globalized. Yes, it is, because we are a global economy. All right, so everybody's got their hands in everybody else's pockets. Totally understand that. But when you can produce, now, even like the whole idea with Tesla, the production is done here. But will they be affected by the tariffs with getting parts? Absolutely. Will that cause the cars to go up in price? Possibly. All right, so I put that out there. Any other chat? They won't, because prices go up, consumption down, growth to slow. It's bad for all. We'll see. Again, we'll see. Just like I responded to you on Twitter, Akshaya, we'll see. I'm not in the business of prognosticating if I can't, if I don't have to. I want to let the market come to me. A lot of people will say this, that, and the other thing. What state is the show me state? Somebody type it in the room. What state is the show me state? That's what I'm all about. Show me. Somebody's going to put it in there. Honda has a lot of production in the U.S. Yeah. And you know something? The stuff that they produce in the U.S. doesn't get tariffed, right? Is that Missouri? All right. I want to be looked at as Missouri. I see all of the news. I hear all of the news. I hear a lot of what you're saying. Show me. Let the market show me. All right. And if the market shows me, then so be it. But show me. I don't want to put out there, well, this is going to happen. Oh my gosh. Show me. All right. That's the way I want to go. Glenn, the primary why the U.S. lost the auto market back in the 80s was due to poor quality versus for. And you're absolutely right, EV. You're absolutely right. Honda and Toyota to this day are still staple cars that people want to buy for long-term usage. You're absolutely right. America said, we got to do better. And guess what? They did, EV, right? They did. That was the fire that needed to be lit under the U.S. car makers, and it happened. All right? When you spin the idea that components don't count as part of where stuff is produced is a credibility killer. I didn't say that it was a non-thing. I said that it was a thing, but I don't know how much that increases the price of the product. All right? Is that a better answer, James? I don't want to call it that it doesn't matter. I don't want to say that. I'm not going to say that it doesn't matter. But I don't know how much it raises the cost of the product if it's pieces, parts. If the majority of the product is made here in the United States. Maybe that's a better way of saying that. All right? Elon found you the cure for diabetes. I ain't hear that. 4 more years of chaos and uncertainty. I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all. All right, but that's my opinion. Let's go take a look at the stocks you gave me. IAG, we're gonna trade the chart, not the heart. Remember, nice bounce off support. Nicely went up, broke through resistance, down day to day. One day doesn't make a trend. All right. Here we go. I'm not looking at the political talk. Fix. The chart says no. The chart says no. It's below the 3 to 8 and the 20. UVXY, nice jump. Am I ready to jump on it yet? I like the rebound off support. The 3 just went above the 8 today. It hasn't gotten above the 20 yet. I like the play, but I'm going to be very careful with that. All right, because if I'm looking at double and triple leverage contras, I'm putting myself in a very hot space that could turn around and bite me in the butt quickly. All right, we've owned six forerunners. Let me tell you something about forerunners. When we went to Hawaii, the number one car we saw on the road were forerunners. Everywhere we looked in Hawaii, everybody, even when we did, what's the other way of, not Uber, we did Toro. So we rented people's cars, sort of, kind of. Every vehicle we had was a forerunner. Well, it was 7 of us in the vehicle, so we needed a big old vehicle. Toyota kills it. Honda still kills it as far as quality. America is getting better. I don't still think that they're at the quality of Toyota or Honda yet, but they're getting there. They're definitely getting there. All right, UVXY, I like. KKR, I don't like. Dash, I don't like. Tesla, I don't like. Quantum, I don't know what happened today. Big profit taking. I don't know what news happened today. I'm going to find out. Let's go view the stock news. What happened with QNTM? It's up 15% today. Quantum, Biopharma, Finance. Oh, was it earnings? No, that's 30 days ago. Was it earnings? Show strong improvements in cash where, yeah, it looks like it might have been earnings. All right, but even with that being said, look at today's move. Profit taking based off the news. That was definitely profit taking. That's tough. All right, but coming off this level of support, it isn't an uptrend. What am I looking at? Would I own it right now? No. That's a lot of profit taking. All right, the best time to have been in it would have been before the earnings. GDXD, not feeling it. It's below, the 3 is below the 8 and all below the 20. Rivian. So I talked about the cars being 100% being produced in the U.S. outside of, again, maybe some of the parts. It's interesting that it stopped right at resistance. Would I take it today? No, it's a down day. If you're in it coming off this level of support, that's not a bad play to go. But you know what else it did? Today, it broke through this level of support. That's a sign. Maybe you take your profits off the table if you're in it. Maybe you take it all off the table if it looks like it's going down. All right, one of the two. Weemy went up today, stopped right at resistance, and didn't get any further. Right now, the price is lower than the open because it's a closed candle. Look at that. Looks like MACD is positive, but I'm not feeling that. That's a head fake. I'm not feeling it. I know it's up 6% today because it gapped up from yesterday. But the price is lower than the open. That's not a good sign. BBAI failed to load a chart. That sucks. All right, let's go look for BBAI a different way. BBAI. Did it go out of business? Ooh. Oh. It shut me down for some reason. It thinks I'm in another that I'm in another version of the software, but I'm not. Where are we at 12:53? Joey, take me off screen. All right, let me re-sign back in. I think that's what I got to do. Let's log out. And let's log back in. That's interesting. Let's click on go. You can put me back on now, Joey. Oh, sign-in error. Please check the username. Take me back off. The flying flip is going on here. Joey, did I get fired and nobody told me?
You were supposed to be done at 12:50 today, so.
I was?
Yeah.
All right. Then I'm going to get done right now. Why was I supposed to be done at 12:50? Did you?
That's when we were gonna fire you.
Oh, dang! That's jacked up. Wow, I didn't get that. I didn't get that. Now I got that. Jazz thought that was funny. I don't think that was very funny. Well, Glenn, you need to finish up. We got to have a talk. Wow. You can put me back on.
Wrap this up.
All right. We are going to wrap it up. So, with everything that we talked about today, the main crux was I need all of you, especially you, Amir. I need you to stay out of the news. Trust with the VectorVest software. You pay for this VectorVest software. You pay for what it can do for you. Trade the chart. Always keep your mind on what's going on with the VVC. That's going to always keep you on the right side. Pay attention, like Akshaya is asking about, is the market bottoming? We're not quite there yet. All right. Are we getting close to the level of being oversold? Looking at the past 4 days, selling off based upon the news, we're getting close. We're not there yet. All right. Looking for the market to bottom next week. Again, I'm not Jersey guy. I'm not prognosticating. Let the market come to you, Jersey guy. Where's your cousin? Is she in here? Is she in here? I need you to concentrate. Let the market come to you. Don't try to outguess the market. Not your cousin, your sister. That is your sister. Let the market come to you. Please, please, please. That goes for you, Akshaya. Let the market come to you. I know you guys are experienced about what's going on in the market, and you look at what's going on historically and where the market should be and all that kind of stuff. Do you know how many times this year I thought that the market should be this, should be that, only for the market to tell me to shut the flying flip up? And I think it's done it for a lot of you. Let the market come to you. Trade the chart, not your heart. I cannot stress. I need that to go viral. And it's got to start with you, Amir. I need you to spread that all over the internet. Trade the chart, not the heart, and I need you to heed that information. I need you to heed that information. All right. With that being said, I got to go. Thank you, Joey, for setting out the alert for me. I appreciate that. Remember, the glass is always half full. It all depends on your perspective. I'm an optimist. I've always been an optimist. So because I'm an optimist, the glass is always half full. And guess what? I'm going to take what the market gives me, and I'm not going to brood over it. If the market is giving me a down market, I'm going to take it. I'm not going to be worried. I'm not going to be scared. I need you guys to get on the same sheet of music. You want to change around what you're doing and make money? Heed the words. All right? Adios, arrivederci, ciao, au revoir, sayonara, aloha to all my peeps in Hawaii. I still love me some Hawaii. My wife says we can't go live in Hawaii. I don't know. I think I need to put my foot down and tell her we're going to Hawaii, woman. I don't know how that's going to work out. Always remember, there's good people in the world. If you can't find one, be one. Odabo, bom dia, salam, shalom, namaste, yasu. Until the next time, folks, see ya.